Ladies and gentlemen, the NAACP is calling for the resignation of Daniel Cameron or his impeachment over the Breonna Taylor case. See, Daniel Cameron don't realize this is going to haunt him through his entire political career. This Breonna Taylor case will always be with him no matter what office he's in. But he's got the nerve to be running for governor. And Daniel Cameron is not even eligible, in my opinion, to be attorney general. And the way he went above and beyond to make sure no cop had to pay for the murder of Breonna Taylor, that should be enough to get him thrown out head first, as far as I'm concerned. So let's get into this, y'all. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron should resign immediately. The Louisville NAACP announced Friday for failing to conduct a fair and impartial investigation into the fatal police shooting of Breonna Taylor. And I agree. Now, I'm not with the NAACP, but I do agree that he needs to leave office. You know, anytime you did someone like that, and you are in a position where you're supposed to be protecting the citizens, even against police misconduct, and you failed to do it, no, there's no confidence in you. Yeah, he needs to step down. If the first term Republican refuses to step down, the group said it will call on Kentucky's Republican heavy legislature to impeach him. The recent federal indictments of four Louisville Metro police officers involved in Breonna Taylor's murder has highlighted, demonstrated, and proven the insufficiency of the state investigation that led, and remember, Daniel Cameron is the one that led that investigation into Breonna Taylor's murder. Okay. So he conducted the investigation of the Commonwealth and the absence of an understanding of the Commonwealth's criminal law, the NAACP said in a press release. And, so far I agree with them. Cameron is running for governor in 2023. In a statement shared Friday afternoon, he said, "I'm proud of the work I've done on the behalf of every Kentuckian." Oh, Daniel, you're proud of the work you have done? Well, what, what work has he done exactly other than screw over Breonna Taylor and her family? I am honored to serve the citizens of the Commonwealth as Kentucky's 51st Attorney General. Wow. Cameron grew criticism for his handling of Taylor's case, in which he did not charge anyone for her death at the hands of Louisville police in March of 2020. Four law enforcement officers were later federally indicted in August 2022 for charges tied to Taylor's death and the investigation preceding it. In a resolution sent to Cameron and the legislative leaders Thursday, the NAACP noted the AG is obligated to enforce the law equally and fairly. Yeah, and then remember, he tried to turn around and put it on the grand jury on why cops were not indicted. And the grand jury called him out and said, "You didn't present nothing to us. Everything you presented to the grand jury was about the neighbor that lived above Breonna Taylor's, whose apartment got shot into. But not one word about Breonna Taylor was even presented to the grand jury. But that's what he's a little slick behind raccoon. Yeah, that's what he attempted to do. Cameron, they continued, has said, I don't care what anybody says in the national media when it comes to supporting and defending law enforcement. This is what Daniel Cameron is saying. We are going to do that. We're going to back the blue. Mm, mm, mm. In a separate comment in August, just days after the federal indictments were announced, Cameron told the crowd at Fancy Farm, an annual political picnic in Western Kentucky, that he will always have law enforcement's back and he will always support the blue. Yeah, he sure did. And a lot of those folks, because I showed a snippet of that video, got up and turned their backs on him when he was speaking. And some of the crowd was screaming out Breonna Taylor, drowning his speech out. And he rightfully deserved that. The NAACP wrote the efficiency of the investigation and the lack of understanding of Kentucky criminal statutes were the results of the current Attorney General and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, in his own words, backing the blue, not justice. In a press conference Friday, the NAACP President Raoul Cunningham said calling on the first Black man to hold the Attorney General's office to resign was not the easiest decision. It would be for me. I wouldn't have no problem telling his behind to step down. That's exactly what he needs to do. Although he is the first African American to be elected to a statewide office, that does not exclude him from the responsibility to the entire community, Cunningham said, nor does it exclude him from fairness and equality. And we do not think that he possessed that in his decision. August federal indictments brought the idea of calling for Cameron's removal back to the forefront for a group. Cunningham said Cameron's Fancy Farm comments played a heavy role in their decision as well. He said he already decided to take sides when he said he will basically defend the blue. Cunningham said, to us, that is taking a position that is not necessarily based on fairness. The Kentucky General Assembly has the authority to impeach constitutional officers, including the Attorney General, but impeachments are rare. Spokespeople for the House and Senate, Republican, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Three grand jurors in the Breonna Taylor case filed a petition back in January 2021 to impeach Cameron, alleging the Attorney General breached public trust and misrepresented findings in his investigation to the grand jury. Mhm. Cameron's 2021 impeachment attempt was one of a few in a string of high profile impeachment petitions at the time, including one to remove Governor Andy Beshear from office over his pandemic response. All right, so they're just saying they hope that the legislative leaders will do something. And, I don't stand with the NAACP, because they really don't do nothing for the community. But in this petition, I do agree with a lot of what they said. But me standing alone, I do agree Daniel Cameron really is not fit for the office that he's holding, and he certainly is not fit to be a governor. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this article. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.